Hate that moment at airport security when you have to pull off that awkward belt, then take off your shoes? All while trying to keep your balance with a bag in your hands as the whole line watches. Well, I'm about to show you how a few simple details in your clothing can save you from this humiliation. First up are jeans. They often become a source of serious discomfort. Or picture the hustle and bustle of Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. You rushing to your gate, navigating through the crowd, and your tight jeans are digging into your skin with every step, restricting your movement and turning the long walks between terminals into a real ordeal. The situation worsens during the flight itself. On a flight, say with Southwest Airlines to Denver, where you have to sit for several hours in one position, tight clothing disrupts normal blood circulation. As a result, your legs swell and you feel a sense of heaviness and discomfort. In large airports like Dallas, Fort Worth, with its vast distances, this can turn into real torture. The solution to this situation is simple and elegant. Opt for pants made of stretchy fabric, stylish joggers, or comfortable leggings. Pair them with a loose t-shirt or a cozy sweater. Such a choice will not only provide you with comfort and freedom of movement, but also preserve your health and good mood. After all, when your legs start to ache and your mood sours after several hours in uncomfortable clothes, the whole vacation can be at risk. This is especially important on long-haul flights with connections, where comfort becomes not a luxury, but an absolute necessity for a pleasant journey. Belts with large metal buckles are a guaranteed delay at the security checkpoint. You calmly approach the metal detector, and then a loud alarm goes off, making you frantically search for the source of the problem. In a hurry, you have to unbuckle your belt, pull it out of your pants, while the line behind you sighs with annoyance. This situation is especially unpleasant on budget airlines like Spirit Airlines, where every minute counts. Everyone is trying to get through security as quickly as possible. To avoid this stress, choose pants that fit well without a belt, or use elastic belts without metal parts. This will allow you to pass through security instantly without attracting unnecessary attention or causing delays. Remember, this is not just a minor inconvenience, but a real waste of time that, in a tight travel schedule, could lead to missing your flight. Metal detectors in American airports are set to be very sensitive and react even to small metal details. So taking care of a small thing like a belt in advance will help save your nerves and time. Clothing with an abundance of pockets may seem practical for travel, but in reality, it often becomes a source of problems at security. It seems like you've taken out all metal objects, but if you forget a single coin, keys, or even a foil gum wrapper in your pocket, the alarm will go off. In large airports like Los Angeles International Airport, where passenger traffic is huge, such delays happen constantly. You'll be asked to go back and check all your pockets again, which makes you and the people waiting behind you nervous. Every time you forget something insignificant, it turns into a little drama. The piercing sound of the alarm, the need to go through the scanner again, and annoyed glances from the queue. The best way to avoid this is to empty absolutely everything from your pockets into your backpack or carry-on bag beforehand. Let your pockets be empty, and you will pass through security on the first try, maintaining your calm and good spirits. Fewer pockets, fewer hassles. Massive necklaces, large bracelets, watches, and even earrings with metal elements are another common cause of delays at security control. They almost always trigger the metal detector, after which you have to hastily remove all these accessories, risking damage or even losing them in the rush. In airports like Chicago O'Hare, this can be observed constantly. Passengers nervously unfasten chains and take off watches, placing them in the tray along with their phones and other belongings. This is not only a matter of lost time, but also of the safety of your valuables. Losing a favorite piece of jewelry in a hurry is an extremely unpleasant start to a trip. To avoid extra checks and worries, leave all bulky metal jewelry in your checked baggage or do not wear it for the trip at all. Opt for minimalist accessories made of plastic, wood, or other non-metallic materials. This way, you will pass through security quickly and without unnecessary stress. Laced-up boots or boots with multiple zippers may be stylish, but they create a lot of inconvenience at the airport. At the security checkpoint, you will almost certainly be asked to take them off, and that's where the hard part begins. You'll have to somehow take off your shoes while holding your carry-on luggage and outerwear. And then, after passing through the scanner, put them back on. In cold regions, for example, At Minneapolis-St. Paul Airport, this is doubly unpleasant standing in just your socks on a cool floor. Instead, switch to comfortable slip-ons, moccasins, or loafers that can be easily taken off and put on in a couple of seconds without using your hands. Footwear, without metal shanks and buckles, will allow you to get through security faster and with greater comfort. This is especially relevant in cities with harsh climates, such as Denver or Chicago, where the temperature difference between the street and the terminal is significant. Being able to quickly take off and put on your shoes is the key to not holding up the line and staying in a good mood before your flight. Long, floor-length dresses and skirts, although they look spectacular, can become a serious obstacle in an airport environment. Their hems constantly get tangled underfoot, catch on the wheels of your suitcase, and hinder quick movement, especially when you're rushing to board. At New York JFK Airport, with its endless corridors and galleries, this can turn into a real nightmare. In addition, long clothing can raise additional questions from security, and you may be asked to undergo a manual search. To avoid these inconveniences, choose midi-length dresses or skirts, and if the weather is cool, pair them with comfortable leggings. Such an outfit will provide you with freedom of movement and save you from unnecessary hindrances. In American airports, where you often have to cover long distances at a run, such practicality becomes a key factor. Getting tangled in your own clothes is not only inconvenient, but also unsafe, especially in a crowd and a rush. Clothing that is too light, especially in the cold season, can cause discomfort. Even if you are flying from a warm city to a warm one, in the waiting areas and on the plane itself, the air conditioners are often running at full blast, which can make you feel cold easily. This is especially true if your route includes a layover in a city with a cold climate, for example when flying from Miami to San Diego via Chicago. The best solution is to dress in layers. Wear a comfortable t-shirt with a fleece jacket or sweater over it, and keep a light jacket in your carry-on. This way you can easily adapt to any temperature changes. Take something off if it gets hot, or put on more layers if you feel cold. Layering not only helps avoid discomfort, but also protects you from catching a cold, which can spoil the entire impression of your trip. Wide-brimmed hats and other bulky headwear may look stylish, but they are a major inconvenience at the airport. In crowded queues for check-in or security, you'll constantly be bumping into other passengers and your view will be restricted. At the security checkpoint, you will definitely be asked to take off your hat and put it in a tray for scanning where it can get wrinkled or dirty. In the crowded conditions typical of Denver International Airport, maneuvering with such an accessory is no easy task. It is much more practical to choose a compact head covering such as a cap or a beanie, or to pack the hat in your luggage altogether. This will simplify the security process and make your movement through the terminal more comfortable. At the airport, functionality should always take priority over extravagance. White or light-colored clothing, as well as items made of delicate fabrics, are not the best choice for travel. In the hustle of an airport, for example in Orlando, which is always crowded, there is a high risk of accidentally staining your clothes with spilled coffee, catching on someone's luggage, and tearing the thin fabric. The stress of a ruined favorite item can cast a shadow over the start of your vacation. To avoid such troubles, choose clothes in neutral, hard-to-stain colors, and from durable, wrinkle-resistant fabrics such as jersey, denim, or blended materials. Save your dressy and delicate items for the vacation itself, and for the journey where something in which you will feel confident and calm. Practical clothing will help you not to be distracted by trifles and to fully focus on the upcoming trip. High heels significantly slow your pace, which is critical when you are running late for a flight. In addition, walking through terminals in such shoes for a long time makes your feet tired and sore. And the risk of slipping on a smooth floor or stumbling on an escalator, especially with heavy luggage in hand, increases many times over. On flights with major airlines such as American Airlines, where a certain level of comfort is expected, showing up in uncomfortable shoes seems illogical. The most sensible choice is comfortable slip-ons, sneakers, or ballet flats. If you need to look elegant immediately upon arrival, simply put your high heels in your carry-on luggage and change into them at your destination airport. Comfort and safety on the way should be a priority, as tired feet and feeling unwell are not the best companions at the start of a vacation. A strong saturated sense of perfume or cologne in a confined space can cause serious discomfort to those around you. In the waiting lounge, and especially in the sealed cabin of an airplane, where the air is constantly circulating strong odors, can cause headaches, nausea, and even allergic reactions in other passengers. Show respect for your fellow passengers. Do not apply perfume right before departure. If you want to freshen up your scent, take a small bottle or a sample with you and use it after landing. A light, barely noticeable scent, or the complete absence of one, is the best choice for a flight. This is a sign of basic courtesy that will make the journey more pleasant for everyone around you.